Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Red Dead Online and we're doing another character creation guide. So we're going to be doing the weapons, outfit, and of course the facial creation as well as hair and facial hair for the character of Ned Logan from Unforgiven. So this is Morgan Freeman's character. And like always, I'm going to try my best to adapt that character as well as I can in Red Dead Online. So out of the clothing available, or at least the clothing that was available to me, if there's any substitutions or if I use any unique items, I'll try to show you, where you can substitute it. And I will show you the custom sliders for the facial creation of my best attempt at trying to make my character look like Morgan Freeman. I'll do that at the end of the video. So that way, if you don't want to watch that part, you can just skip over it. With all that in mind, if at any point during this video you find yourself enjoying it, be sure to click that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because, that's just the right thing to do. So let's just dive on in and start off with weapons. All right, so the first gun, and the only one that's really what I would call iconic for this character from the film, is the carbine repeater here in the game. And of course, we're doing that to imitate his 1860 Spencer repeater from the movie. This is the gun that basically is the only one I could verify that was his and that you actually see him wield and use. I couldn't find any for a handgun, but we're going to do some substitutions anyway since we need a handgun. But so this is his gun that he can famously, or at least according to him, can still hit a bird, a flying bird in the eye with, even though later he has to give it to Clint Eastwood to take down a person. The way that you make this one is just keep it real stock, no wrap, no scope, put the mahogany varnish on it, no carvings in the stock, no engraving, and then for the metal we're going to make it look just like this. Basically it's a factory finish for the Spencer repeater from the time, or at least one of the various factory finishes. A lot of historical examples look like this. So basically the barrel, the hammer, and the lever are all going to be black and steel. The frame and the trigger should be brown steel, and the sight should be iron. It costs 11 gold bars to do your gun this way, but honestly, I think it looks pretty nice, and it looks almost exactly like the Spencer repeater that belongs to Ned Logan in the film. So that is the primary weapon. Like I said, we don't have any handguns that are intrinsically linked to him in the movie. Off the top of my head, I didn't remember him ever even having one, and then I couldn't find any pictures online of him having one, so I don't know if he does. But we're going to have to assume that the character might have one, and I'll show you the two best examples of what it could look like. Alright, so our first option is going to be a Navy revolver, and the logic I'm using behind this is, obviously he's not on the cutting edge of firearms technology, as there are people in this film running around with Remington 1875s, and he's got an 1860 Spencer repeater. So logic would dictate that maybe the gun he has, any guns he have, I should say, are from like old military service or whatnot. So I would say that the Navy revolver would be a good bet since it was created in 1851 and was the standard issue sidearm for the Union Army for, well, quite some time, up until the Colt Single Action Army replaced it. I take that back, up until the Colt 1860 replaced it, which, to be fair, maybe would be more accurate, but we don't have that, and this one still looks the most like that. So if you want to try imitating what I think that handgun for Ned Logan would look like, do it like this. Short barrel, improved rifling, improved sights, no engravings, no carvings, mahogany varnish for the grip, and then the metals just like this: black and steel for the barrel and the cylinder, brown steel for the frame and the hammer, brass for the trigger guard, and iron for the trigger. It's basically a factory finish look for the Navy revolver. So that is one option. Alright, and then the other option is just an attempt at a stock Colt Single Action Army revolver, and of course we're going to keep the short barrel on it to try to imitate the artillery variant, which was the standard issue for most Army units, so if we're following that same logic, and it would have been also the most widely available one. And then we're going to do the plain grips, again no carvings, no engravings, and for the grip we're going to do the mahogany varnish again, and then for the metals just like this, so black and steel for the barrel, the cylinder, the hammer, and the trigger, and then brown steel for the sight and the frame. Either one of these probably works equally well, so whichever one you prefer to go with the character. Since we don't actually have a idea of what handgun he did or might have used, I think these are the two best bets. So that is guns for the character. Alright, and so there's going to be basically two different variations of the outfit. This is the first one, and then I'll show you the second one later. Basically, it's just removing some items, because that's what he does in the film. So we'll start with this one, and then I'll show you the other one. But as you can see, I think it looks a decent amount like him. So let's just go through the items of this outfit. So for the hat, we're going to be using this fourth variant of the Kerrigan hat, this dark brown one. It's not perfect because it's crimped up a little bit more and a little bit smaller, a little bit more crumply, but it's pretty close to the style of hat that he wears in the film. Plus, I think it looks the best with the outfit. So that's the hat. If you don't have this one or can't get this one, then the Sunderland hat has a brown variant that looks somewhat like it. You basically have this dark brown option or this light brown option. Neither one of them is quite as good, but they're a similar style, similar shape, so if you can't get the other one, then the Sunderland hat also works passably well. And if you don't have either of those, or you don't like how they look, then another option is the plantation hat. This one I think I like the least. Well, the crown has the right shape. The brim flopping down in the front like that is not the right shape, so it could work, but I like the other two options better. Then we're going to be using the brown brakeman jacket jacket, this 5th variant of the brakeman jacket for the coat for this outfit. And then we'll be using the Valdez vest, this 4th variant, the brown one. Basically, the only reason I use this is because since its style has like it buttons up higher and it could go all the way to the top because it's basically just a shirt with the sleeves cut off. If you pair it with the jacket, it does a halfway decent job of imitating a closed brown jacket, and that's what his outfit looks like in the movie. That's why I paired this vest with that jacket. It's just to simulate the coat being closed, and I think it works decently well. Then for the shirt, we'll be using the 7th variant of the collar over shirt. It is pretty close to the way his looks. Now, his collar in the movie is the same color as his shirt, but his shirt is a light blue striped shirt. So this one matches it as best as I could out of all the shirts available in the game. And I cycled through every single one of them, or at least every single one that I have. So yeah, I think this shirt works the best. For the weapon equipment, we're going to be keeping it nice and simple with the brown gunslinger gun belt. For the pants, we're going to be using the 10th variant of the McCrum pants, these light beigeish tan ones. So basically for this one, all you really need is the color. So if you have any other pants that are approximately the same color, they will also work. I think there's a variation of the Bandito pants that looks somewhat like it. But I think out of all the ones available, the McCrum pants, this 10th variant, look the best for the outfit. So those are the pants. Then for the footwear, we have the worn Roper's boots, and we're going to be using this 1st variant, the sort of wore out black variant. They basically look exactly like the boots he wears, and of course we're going to tuck them under the pants. And so that is the first outfit for this character. Like I said, it's the one that he wears near the beginning of the film. Later in the film, he's going to take some stuff off, so I'll show you what that looks like. But yeah, I think the reason I showed this one first is because I like it better. I think it looks more iconic, and I kind of like the combo of the vest and jacket. I think it actually looks decently nice. So that's the 1st variant. Let's look at the 2nd one. So basically for the 2nd variant, all we did is take the vest and the jacket off, and then we rolled up the sleeves on the shirt and opened the collar. And now I get a lot of questions on how to do that, so I'll show you. If you look right down in the bottom right of the screen, there's a modify button. You press that, and it gives you the option to roll up the sleeves, or no, open the collar, close the collar, roll up the sleeves or have them down, and then put your boots under or over your pants. It also gives you the option to switch the direction of your bandolier. I don't have a hood, but if I was wearing one of the shirts that has a hood, you can put your hood up, and bandana can go up or down. So for all the people that are always asking me how to change those things, that's how you do it. All right, and so for hair and facial hair, it's pretty simple. We're going to be going with the short curly afro, and we'll be using the 5th color variant, the sort of salt and pepper gray look. For facial hair, it's going to be the goatee, and we're going to do the same thing, the 5th color variant. It's the same one. For facial stubble, we're going to go no stubble, and that is going to be all of the hair and facial hair. So now let's just check out the character creation. All right, so let's just go through it. I'll show a little bit of time for each different section, so you can, if you're trying to follow along, you can do it. I'll give it approximately, 4 or 5 seconds per thing. So let's just go through all of them, and you can create the character. And that is our character. And now the only thing that I would say isn't, I mean, it's not perfect. I'm not great at the whole facial recreation thing, but I think I'm getting a little bit better. But the facial hair isn't 100% perfect. I considered going with, I think the other one's called the General, the one where it's the same sort of thing, just the chin beard, but it and mustache, but it connects. So either way, the same color, but one of those styles works pretty well. But I think this looks decently like it. It took me, I don't know, 45 minutes to try to come up with a Morgan Freeman looking character, and I think I came decently close. So that is the facial customization. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.